This is game number 3 on Neo Planet S. The winner of this map does advance into the higher points bracket. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first our Red Zerg representing Team SC to improve. His name is Sabre! And opposing him, spawning in the upper right-hand corner, representing Team 6-Set, he is the Blue Protoss, and his name is Daz!
Now, there is something I would like to point out here. There is a very good chance that Sabre could be playing this game without sound. I don't know if he has a spare headset due to the one he was using at Epic LAN becoming damaged so that he will not be able to wear it. So unless he has a spare or is using speakers, he will be playing without his game sounds on.
Well, I guess, Tetcha, what he needs to do then is finish in the top 8 point standing players across all 6 cups so that he can receive one of either the Gamecom 780 or Gamecom 380 headsets provided to us by Plantronics.
Indeed, that would be the ideal situation. That was really good. I'm impressed.
I didn't even practice that one.
No, we don't prepare this at all. Actually, we don't prepare at all. I say we don't prepare our jokes or anything. We just don't prepare for these in the slightest.
I woke up 2 days ago. Actually, I'm just going to go off on a completely non-StarCraft 2 related tangent today because I am so happy. For the first time today in 11 years, I met my sister Rachel again. The last time I saw her was when her and my stepmother, Sharon, moved out. She was 2 years old, and today I got to spend the entire day hanging out with her again. She's now 13, and she is the most kick-ass person. She is so much fun, and it's great to see them again. So I am in a cracking mood. It does not matter what happens today. Nothing is going to spoil that. That said, I can't see ESET UK Masters spoiling that. I can only see it adding to it. Because if there's one thing I love in this world, Tetcha, it is some fantastic StarCraft 2 play coming out of UK players. And that's what we've seen so far today, especially between Dez and Sabre. I'm excited to see how Game 3 goes. On Neo Planet S, we can see a lot of that Stargate play again. But I'd almost like to see Dez mix it up a little bit more now.
I would agree, but there is something that's very much annoying me, and that is that pylon in Dez's base, which is currently blocking his own gas geyser. This is irritating me beyond all belief.
I'm going to choose to believe, at this point, that Dez has done that on purpose to annoy you.
He's either done it on purpose to annoy me, or maybe he is at such a next level that he has a build timed out that if he puts the pylon there, he has the perfect amounts of gas at the perfect amount of time.
That doesn't even make sense, but let's go with it. Because our job
it slows down your gas count to make it so that you have the right gas for when you all in.
Right, but there's no punishment to having extra gas. Even I know that, and I'm in Platinum.
This is true, but we're talking next level play. If we don't get to understand it, that's how next level this is out of Dez.
It's so next level, he's playing Dota 2.
Oh, pushing it a bit. We're seeing some Zerglings dancing around, looking to possibly get into the base, but there is a sentry here. The sentry,
that sentry's failing miserably.
It is very miserably, only tickling them a bit. And Sabre is going to make it to the main base, is going to get to scout around, but these Zerglings will not last long. They won't be able to do much damage, and the Stargate of Dez is what is coming out, and it's about halfway done.
Yep, and once again, even though he finally positioned it in a place where it wouldn't be easily scoutable, the one time he's done that is the time he lets Lings in his base. Like, I'm just wondering, has Dez forgotten how to force build gaps in walls? Because that was his big problem in game number 2, and then he's just allowed 2 Lings to scout his Stargate in game number 3. Either he really doesn't care, or his F key is broken.
That or he's just completely keeps forgetting to hotkey his sentries every game.
I don't believe that for 1 second. I would rather believe that his keyboard is broken than a Protoss player would forget to hotkey their sentries.
Never watch one of my games. If that is how you feel, never watch.
Don't worry, I won't.
That works actually very well for me as well.
This Mothership Core has been harassing for quite a few minutes now, just poking him wherever it can. Obviously, it's not going to be able to kill this third base. If it does, then I believe Sabre has something to answer to. But it will, of course, weaken it. Sabre, meanwhile, is getting into that base again.
He force field late, slightly too late.
However, that second force field will hold them out for just a little bit longer.
There we go. And Des will now hold a second sentry, warping in just in time to keep those Zerglings out. Zerglings will be pulling back for the moment. But once again, Des living up to the effort of completely missing his force fields.
Yeah, and he doesn't have enough for another one. Thank God he's got some zealots. And they're actually blocking in the right position, because otherwise I think I may have been ready to scream. It upsets me so much, and just as a core level, when things like that occur, I really just can't stand it, because I know as a Protoss player how frustrating that is when it happens. Sabre going to try and force the issue here, but it's simply not going to happen. Not with just speedlings. He's going to have to add some range to this if he genuinely wants to bust down this wall. There are so many sentries there now. Des, I think, could just put up a force field and keep it there forever.
Indeed, he can constantly force field now with this force. And a Templar Archives, this is fairly early for the Templar Archives here, out of Des, getting stormed straight away as well. That is very early. He's had this Stargate and hasn't produced anything out of it. The one time he does put it in a decent position and then gets it scouted immediately, he builds nothing out of it.
See, this is why he shows it. Because if he hides it and it's seen, he gets so disheartened that he cancels it and never ever builds anything air related again.
Oh, he did cancel it, didn't he?
He certainly did. After it was scouted, that was cancelled.
Very nice here out of Des. Many mind games.
Apologies if I did not mention that before, because totally saw it. Sometimes I just get caught in my own little world. But we have a lot of zealots out for Des. We've got a few sentries in there. And of course, we will also have Archons. Interestingly, he's going straight into the Archons, despite getting Storm out as fast as possible. Not keeping at least a few of those Templars with high energy, but more Templars coming in. They do build up energy quickly enough on their march across the map. So with a few good force fields here, trap a few speedlings in, a good size storm on them, and we could see Des smash through this. That said, a lot of roaches there. Lot of roaches, and I do not believe we have charge done.
We do not. Charge was not in the production queue at any point, and these zealots are still in their slow form, so there is no charge here at all. And Sabre making it slightly more easy for Des to engage onto this, but also going to make it much easier for him to get a decent concave when Des does decide to come up here. If Des does decide to come up here, but there's a very large amount of splash damage considering the point in the game here for Des, but because of that, his army is significantly lower in supply than his opponent's 80 supply to 120. This is going to be a difficult fight for Des, but it looks like it's definitely what he wants to take, whooping in so many more units, so many sentries here. How good are Des's force fields? Let's find out. They haven't been good in this ramp. How good are they in the main army? Nice! Sidestorm getting a lot of these roaches, getting them while they retreat as well. Getting some good forces now, trapping the first group of roaches. They're starting forward. The rest of the army not actually engaging here. The Archons have certainly taken no damage. Oh my god, those were good force fields.
They certainly were. The High Templars are now being morphed into Archons. They have no energy left. So it's simply down to the Archons to smash through this roach army. There's still a lot of roaches there, but the force fields funneling them effectively. However, the splash damage is gone now, and these sentries will start to fall. The Stalkers left as the only damage-dealing units here. We do have that forward pylon, but it's only reinforcing with more Stalkers, and now without the sentries, once these time warps fade, the Roach is going to start to be very, very effective against them. I don't know if this is going to have been enough from Des to finish this off, not even getting a kill on that third base.
Indeed, Mothership Core is engaged in the fight as well. More Stalkers warping in as much as possible, trying to tank through this. More roaches in production for Sabre, and Sabre is finally pushing this back, and warping isn't available for another few seconds. 12 more roaches on the way, and the forward pylon is down, retreating to the next one. And Des doing a lot of damage while retreating, but there's the GG, and Sabre takes the victory 2